Hey y'all. So getting to work on cleaning up this N64 that I got. Obviously, as the girl who sold it to me said, it's been sitting in storage for quite a long time. I noticed that it was pretty just sticky all around. It's got a little few pieces of paint drops, stuff like that. So I decided to just open it up and give it a really good clean. I like to sell stuff that is in the condition that I would like to buy it in. So that's just how I operate. I don't want to sell somebody something that I haven't tested thoroughly, cleaned up, and got looking as good as I can because that's what I would expect to buy from someone else. So yeah, let's take a quick look. I busted this thing open just to to see what's going on, and yeah, I'm not super thrilled about having to clean this one up. Let's take a look. So to get into these, you'll need a game bit screwdriver, um, which looks kind of like a wheel lock key if you have wheel locks on your car. It fits the N64 screws. This is the larger one. For the games, you would use the smaller one, and then I think that's the same one as the Game Boy games, or there might even be one smaller. No, I think they're the same. So looking at the inside of this thing, yeah, it's pretty nasty. Obviously, it's just been in storage for a long time, so dust bunnies and whatnot. But it has also had quite a lot of things spilled on it at some point, and it's very sticky. The uh, the whole console is covered in this stuff, and it's got like you probably won't be able to see it great, but it's got paint on it. Um, everything is just covered in this stuff. I don't know what it is, but it's uh it's pretty nasty. So come on, focus. Yeah, so we'll be giving this a good bath. I wasn't gonna try and tear this all the way down to the motherboard, but I think all these pieces need a good warm water bath. So I will tear it down, all the way, even to the point of removing the game slot and the buttons and whatnot, and we'll give it a good bath. I already did some work on these games, so Mario 64. The label's not great. It's got some water damage. This one is pretty scratched, but took a magic eraser to this cart, just a magic eraser and a tiny bit of water, and it cleaned up really nice. I know you guys probably don't know what it looked like before, but it was really brown and dingy looking, so that one cleaned up nice. And same with Rogue Squadron. This label's a lot better, but the cartridge itself was pretty dingy and gross, so took a magic eraser, cleaned this one up. This label on the back is a lot better. I even took this one all the way apart and cleaned the metal shielding on the inside too, because it seemed kind of grungy. But yeah, so those came out pretty good. I'm gonna get this thing the rest of the way apart and get it cleaned, and then I will show it to you all back together, and we'll test it out too and just make sure that it works fine before I sell it. Hey, you guys join me again. I have fully disassembled this thing now. Most of these shields and covers were so stuck to the motherboard that I had to pry them off. No damage was done, thankfully. Just a little bit of the plating was damaged on this little piece right here. Nothing too major though. It should still function how it's supposed to. Um, but yeah, I mean, all these pieces are they're just disgusting. Uh, Everything will be getting a really good bath. I probably won't be able to make this look like it's brand new polished metal, especially because some of it's just too far gone. But yeah, I mean, here's all the pieces of everything and all the screws back here. Yeah, I'm just gonna get this stuff in the bath, and um, I'll clean off the motherboard here with isopropyl alcohol. Hopefully we'll be able to get most of this gunk off of there. And then the controller ports is probably the hardest, going to be the hardest thing to clean. I am not exactly sure if I'm going to be able to get in there with a toothbrush and get all that gunk out of there. These are especially bad on this side. But I'll do what I can. I think that you might be able to pop these plastic covers off. So if we can, I will take a look at that. That will probably make it a lot easier. So I'll come back to you guys once I have more updates. And for the record, the controllers are just as gross looking. So I'll be repeating this whole process on the controllers as well. Just a quick update here. I got the N64 cleaned up and all back together, and it's looking great. I'm going to work on these next. This aftermarket controller isn't particularly gross or nasty. Probably wasn't used much. Just a little dusty from storage, and there's some paint and stuff on the C buttons here. But other than that, I think I'm just going to clean this one up and call it good. I don't think I'm going to take it all the way down, tear it all the way down. This is this is the Bro controller. This is the one you give your friend that comes over so they can play with you, but you don't want to spend 50 bucks on a real controller. So this is the one you get. So I'm literally just going to throw this in with the whole bundle. And the only thing interesting here is this is like a standard joystick and not like the regular N64 controller joystick. So it might actually be decent to play with, but yeah. I'm gonna get these cleaned up. This one is significantly more disgusting. I mean, it's just super well used by someone who clearly didn't wash their hands very much. So this one I am going to tear all the way down and give everything a good scrub in the sink with some hot water and Dawn dish soap. So please excuse my cat who's down here being annoying. And I'll get back to you guys when I have this all done. I just had to break in here real quick. Look how gross this thing is. Ugh, this is disgusting. The other side's not any better. So I'm gonna go put these in the sink and wash my whole body with alcohol. I'll be back. If you're curious how I do this, it is literally what I said. They get a bath in the sink. So I have this toothbrush, and this is all I use it for. Do not brush your teeth with the toothbrush that you use this for. Put some hot water in the sink with some soap. Dump the pieces in, let them soak for a few minutes, and then scrub them. Put them over here on this microfiber cloth and let them dry. And then put it all back together. It's good as new. This is what I do for any controller that I get, basically. They're usually all disgusting. People just don't keep their stuff clean, and that's gross. But this is what I do for every controller I get. Yesterday I did it for the N64 itself, but I went downstairs to the kitchen sink because that's way bigger. But yeah, every controller I get gets a bath, and then gets put back together before I even attempt to use it because they're just almost always disgusting. So let me get this cleaned up and we'll get it back together and you'll see how much better it looks. All right, so here's everything as I'm going to take pictures of it for sale. I'm going to list it for $175. I did a lot of price comparing yesterday. I decided that's going to be my starting point. I'm $110 into everything you see here. So if I can get anywhere between 140 to 150, I'd probably be okay with that just to move it all along. So, as you can see, everything cleaned up pretty good. I don't see any problems on anything here. The system itself, and the controller, for being as old as they are, I would say they cleaned up pretty good. I don't have any complaints about any of that. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this stuff listed and I'll let you know when it sells. Next thing we'll do is crack open the Wii and see if we can figure out what's going on. All right, so next up on the list for refurbishment is this Wii. This is the free Wii, the one that I got when I purchased the Wii Sports Resort and Wii Sports discs. It's pretty dusty. I can already tell, it's been sitting for a while in probably a cabinet or something where there's not much air flow. I can see that there's probably some work to do here. So I'm gonna see if I can get this thing apart and we'll see if there's anything broken. I already did notice, yeah, I don't know if you can hear it, but there you go. something's broken in there. So I'm not sure what happened, but we'll get it apart and take a look. Hey everybody, as promised, I have some updates on things that have sold and plans for what's next here. We did have a garage sale today. I put out a bunch of stuff that was just old tech, old stuff I've been carrying around for years that I didn't need anymore. I'll throw some pictures up of my little table that I had out. But yeah, it was just some speakers, some old tech. I threw out a couple of these games that I've been trying to sell, as well as that Pokemon card game. And that was probably the first thing that we sold this morning, so that was pretty funny. Um, but yeah, let me talk through what's been going on here. So first off, as promised, I did tear into the Wii. As you can see, this is after I kind of have cleaned it up a little bit, but it was pretty dirty and grimy inside. Just dust. I mean, it's just been sitting somewhere, probably in somebody's attic for years. They probably brought it back down and tried to use it and it wasn't working, so I think what likely happened is they stuck a DVD cleaner in here. I don't think that caused any problems. I can see the laser in it. I took the disk drive all the way apart, and this is it after I put it back together and tried it again. So, took it apart. I don't see anything broken. I don't see anything out of place. The little rattle inside was just a little piece of plastic here. I'm sure it's just a bracket that holds something in, but it didn't look like it was from the disk drive. Looked like all those pieces were there and working fine. The disk drive takes discs in, it spins them up, it just doesn't read them. So I think this is just a bad laser. The unfortunate thing here is these systems really are really cheap. They don't go for a lot of money unless you have big bundles of stuff that goes with them. So just for me to fix this system, even though I got it for free, it's going to cost me $20 to $30 for a new disk drive. And I'm only going to get $20 or $30 for the system itself. So I'm not sure it's really worth it. The other thing is, this one's black. The one that I have over here is white. And I do like the black one better. So I've been considering, throwing this one back together and modding it and just using it like that for a while. And waiting till I get another one that's for parts for some other reason and taking the disk drive out of that. Or if I can find a disk drive cheap enough or a read system itself cheap enough locally for like 10 or 15 bucks, then I might take that and just rob it for the disk drive. I wouldn't feel so bad about that. This one's really in pretty good condition other than the disk drive not working, and it's black. So that's to me that's a plus. They're just a little bit better looking. So we'll see how it goes here, but let's talk about the garage sale and then what happened after that. I did just want to cut in here real quick and let you know before I get to what I got after the garage sale. Right before we started our garage sale, I'd seen somebody post that they were also starting up around the same time we were, and they had some Wii games for sale, and one of them was New Super Mario Brothers Wii, which I've been looking for a while. This is another reseller here in my local town, in my neighborhood actually. And so I reached out to him. I said, hey, I'm gonna come first thing in the morning and I want to snag that game, because he had it listed for 15 bucks, which is actually a really reasonable price. And everything that he sells on Marketplace or Mercari, and he's got it in really good condition. So I knew it was gonna be fine. I went over there this morning, picked that up for 15 bucks. Unfortunately, my son took it with him to my parents' house this morning while we were doing our garage sale so they could play it. He was super excited about it, and it's still over there. So if I end up grabbing it back before I publish this video, I promise I'll show you guys that pickup and what it looks like, but it's in really good shape. Brian from the future jumping in. As promised, I got it. I promised I would show it to you. Really nice disc. Super complete. This manual is a hoss, by the way. This thing is like half an inch thick. It's ridiculous. Alright, so these are my pickups today. We'll get to those in just a second, but just quick updates on what's sold and what hasn't. So N64, still for sale. I fully expect this one's going to take a little bit. I'm asking a high price for it because I did a lot of work on it and it's worth as much as I'm asking. So I'm open to offers, and I did post also that I'm open to trades on this one for anything either older or from the GameCube, PS2, Xbox era, because that's the part of my collection right now that's lacking the most. I'd be open for Wii stuff too. It depends on just, what it is people are trying to trade me. But I did decide I had these three out with the garage sale this morning. So Call of Duty still for sale. I have this one on eBay still too, and I keep checking it. My price is good. I have it listed for $9.47 plus shipping, which is about $4. The ones that offer free shipping, they're going for 12 or 13 bucks. So I'm right in line. And when I check comps, a lot of them pull up, and there seems to be a bunch of sold listings. So I'm not sure what's taking this one so long to sell, but it's kind of confusing. I do have somebody messaging me locally about it, but it's been like 2 or 3 days, and we've been back and forth a couple of times, and they've never made it out here to pick it up. So, I'm not holding my breath for that local deal, but I know it's a special person that wants this old PC game. I should have just left this one at Goodwill. I think not really worth my time so far, but we'll see what happens. These two PS2 or PS4 games, sorry, I've decided to let go. These are not really my kind of games. They're worth about 12 bucks a piece complete, which these are. They're also in immaculate disc condition. It looks like they've never been played, so I assume they're complete. I don't think PS4 games really come with manuals, but these are perfect condition. They've basically never been used, so 12 bucks a piece should be pretty easy on these. I will probably list them for since they didn't sell today in the sale, I'll probably list them for $9.97 on eBay plus shipping. That should be pretty much in line, and we'll see if I have to drop it $1 or so to get rid of them. I'll probably do that, but yeah, those three will be for sale. Still have the Wii stand here for sale too. I keep dropping that down every couple of days to lower price just to see if I can get rid of it, but nothing yet. So today, when we were done with our garage sale, we took everything we had left and dropped it off at a local charity. They have a shop, they have a food pantry local to us here in Texas. So it was not a Goodwill. That was kind of something that I didn't want to do. I didn't want to take it to Goodwill, so we chose this other place instead. They are just a local shop. Once we dropped our stuff off, I decided to go in and check out what they had just because I was curious in their shop. And right as soon as you walk in the door, they had DVDs for $0.25 and multi-disc sets for $0.25 for each disc. So I took a look just to see what I could find, and hot tip from Retro Rick here from years ago, but still seems to apply today. I picked up some DVDs to sell, and I checked eBay comps, and there seems to be hundreds of these that I've sold within the last few days. This particular one looks like it goes for 10 to 12 bucks, and it has 3 discs and a bonus disc. All of them are still there. Little booklets are in there, so hopefully this sells pretty quick. I'm gonna try and undercut everybody just to move it, because I'm just curious what happens with these. They only cost me 75 cents a piece for 3 disc sets. So this is one Beachbody set, and this is the other one I found there. I looked up comps for both of them. This one is a bit slower. Looks like there's less for sale and less have sold within that time period, but still plenty have sold. So this one has a book that comes with it too, and that is in there. So yeah, all 3 discs and the booklets for both of these. Hopefully they sell. Just in case you're curious, 75 cents for each, 25 cents a disc, $1.50 plus tax. So I will update you guys when this sells. That's gonna be it for this video. I think this is gonna be enough content for one. So I'll see y'all next time. Thanks for watching.